Welcome to NESportsFanTV. I'm your host, Steve Thompson. A lot of great stuff to get to on the show tonight. Got the Redsox taking on the Yankees down at Fenway Park tonight. Also going to go over the first two picks that the Patriots, the players that they selected in the NFL draft tonight. Going to do some highlights on both the players. So it's definitely good stuff. So some in-depth action on each of the players. So you have a better idea of each player if you haven't heard of them before. Also, I had the dreaded and hated Montreal Canadiens starting their second-round playoff matchup with Tampa Bay Lightning tonight. Go over a little bit of that, so enjoy the show.
Hard hit into right, back at the wall! Looking aggressive, Tim Thomason, and looking at
Let's jump right into the NFL draft. Patriots' first two selections. First round, they went with Malcolm Brown, defensive tackle out of University of Texas. This guy's an absolute beast. He's looks like the potential replacement for Vince Wilfork. I don't want to put too much pressure on the guy, but he looks like an absolute beast to me. He fell to the Patriots. Indianapolis Colts, for some unknown reason, let him go. They picked a stupid wide receiver. They're never going to win anything, if you ask me. They just don't get it. I mean, why would some team that was worse than the league, the Patriots absolutely destroyed them last year on the run, they drafted a receiver. So I guess they're never going to get it. So I guess, really who cares? Lucky for us that the guy dropped to 32. There's a bunch of rumors that the Patriots were going to actually trade the 32nd pick. Then they found out this guy was available, so they swooped him up. The guy's a great run defender. He had 70 tackles last year, 6.5 sacks, so he can do both, which is awesome. See how it goes. Obviously he's a rookie. You're not going to expect him to, jump right in and have 12 sacks this year or 150 tackles, but he's a great pick for the Patriots, so I'm excited to see what the guy does. Second round, they went with Jordan Richards. He's a safety out of Stanford. He comes across as being a very smart, athletic player. He went to Stanford. He had a few interceptions last year. He hits like a rocket, which is pretty sweet. I mean, you saw him in the highlight above, taking out the tight end. The tight end is actually laying on the ground after the play. The guy hit him so hard legally. You can tell he hit him right in the chest. So NFL, it's going to be good if he keeps doing that, because they don't want anybody getting hit in the head, head or neck area. So excited for the first two selections. The second pick, Jordan. A lot of the so-called NFL draft experts had the guy going in the 6th round. So how us as Patriots fans, we don't really give a damn what NFL experts or draft experts, whatever the heck you want to call them, think about our picks. They're going to work for us, one way or another. 90% of the time, Bill's usually right when he drafts players. I mean, not always. Nobody's perfect, but definitely excited for these two picks. You get 4 more rounds tomorrow, so tomorrow's show I'll be updating you with who they pick tomorrow. I'll try to give you some insight, give you a better idea on who the heck they're picking so you don't go blind into it. Redsox took on the hated Yankees tonight down at Fenway Park. Redsox ended up losing this one 3-2. As you see in the highlight, Alex Aroyd Rodriguez had the go-ahead pinch hit home run, first of his career, in the 7th inning to give them a 3-2 lead, and they held on the last 2 innings. So stupid A-Rod. I had a feeling it was a 3-0 pitch. The guy grooved it right down the middle. I couldn't believe it. Should have just walked him, let him get on. Nobody else was on base. Should have just walked him, went on to the next guy. But what are you going to do? Made a bad pitch. A-Rod took advantage of it. You got to give him credit for that, even though I can't stand the guy. But it's a great pinch hit by him over the Green Monster. And also some little controversy as well for the Red Sox. Some fan interference. So you can see in the play, the fan, he actually gets kicked out of the park for interfering with Bogart's scoring. So it's a judgment call by the umpires. They could have said that, even though the guy touched it, they could have said that he still was going to score, so they could have let him score, but typical umpires always favoring the Yankees. I know a bunch of my friends are New York Yankees fans, so they absolutely loved it. So what are you going to do? Red Sox got screwed out of that run, if you ask me, but nothing you can do about it now. I got a game tomorrow. You got to get back on the horse, so to speak. Too bad we made Sabathia tonight look like an all-star pitcher when he was 0-4 with a 6 ERA this year. Guy looks like he put on about 50 pounds since last summer, so I don't know how the guy can pitch weighing what he does, but obviously he's pretty darn good, especially against the Red Sox. But what are you going to do? We're going to get back on the horse tomorrow, like I said. Tomorrow's another day. You need to get the bats going. You need Pedroia to wake up a little bit. He's hitting under 300. That's definitely unlike him. He's usually a 320 or so hitter. Got to get Poppy rolling. It's month of May, David. Let's go. I know you're usually a slow starter in April, but that's not good enough. So then Hanley, he had a pinch hit tonight, which thought he was going to hit a home run, but nope, he hit a weak ground ball back to the pitcher. So that move obviously didn't work out. So what else? What do we got else for stats for tonight? Masterson's ERA is 4.71 now, so that's pretty good. If we can get him under 4 sometimes, I think that would be awesome, but that's probably asking for a miracle. Betts had sacrifice fly tonight. Pedroia had 1 hit. Poppy had 1 hit. Napoli 1 hit. Sandoval 2 for 4. He's hitting 321, so he's doing pretty good. Alan Craig with a home run. Unbelievable, I know. He's hitting a glorious 135 for this season. Phil Hannigan actually left the game early. A foul tip went off his hand. It did not look good. John Farrell said it's really not good, so I don't know if he broke a bone in his hand or what, but they could be calling up a catcher for tomorrow's game. But, Bogarts had a hit, so everyone's having a hit, but we need people to get multiple hits a game. I know it's probably a little bit unrealistic, but that's what we want as Boston Red Sox fans, so they should oblige, right? So, other news, Providence Bruins lost tonight in overtime. They're out of the playoffs. They lost Game 5. So, it's kind of rough to see. They had a pretty good season. Their regular season was pretty good. A lot of people picked them to go far in the playoffs, but that's why they play the game, right? And Montreal Canadiens started their second-round series tonight with Tampa Bay Lightning, and great news for us Bruins fans. They lost in double overtime on a heartbreaking goal. So that was awesome to see. Kind of capped off the night for me on a positive note. They ended up losing 2-1. It's pretty good games, back and forth. Kind of bit of an upset. Montreal actually gave up 4 penalties tonight. So Tampa had 4 power plays. So probably would never happen again the rest of this series, but either that or the refs that did the game tonight will never ref another game in Montreal again. So 4 power plays, I know. It's probably as shocked as I am when I read that. But they got a couple days off. Then we got the Revolution playing tomorrow night. So they're awesome. They haven't lost in a month. So it's pretty cool to see them do good. Hopefully they keep it up tomorrow. So that's all I got for tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. And actually, one more thing, trivia tonight. It's probably an easy one. It's probably a knock out of the park for you. But what round of the draft was Tom Brady in, and in what year was he drafted? Have a good night.